What is going on, YouTube? So coming back with another basketball video today, talking about the Spurs and the Warriors. In my opinion, the two top teams in the Western Conference right now. Right now it really is a two-team race at the top, it feels like. We'll see if there's any other team that can break through. I mean, the Jazz have been hyped up to a pretty ridiculous amount this offseason. I could see them as maybe, I guess, at the top end, like a 5 seed. I mean, we'll see, but the Thunder might still be able to compete. But again, without KD, it seems like they'll maybe be a 5 or like a 4 or 5 seed. Probably not lower than a 6. Anyway, talking about the Warriors and the Spurs. And that is, can the Spurs, the main question in this video is, can the Spurs beat the Warriors, and how would they do it? I've mentioned this quite a few times. I actually think the Spurs are a pretty big threat to beating the Warriors this year. Depth-wise, they're on a pretty even playing field between the Spurs and the Warriors. The Spurs don't have that much depth right now, especially in the front court. I think they both have the same problem with depth where, yeah, their starting fives both look pretty impressive, but after that, it seems like it goes downhill pretty fast, and it seems like if any key players get injured, both teams could be in trouble. But it's a pretty obvious answer to how the Spurs can beat the Warriors this year, and that's in the front court. I don't think the Warriors have anyone that can guard either LaMarcus Aldridge or Pau Gasol. I mean, Draymond Green might be able to shut down LaMarcus Aldridge to some degree. I don't think he was really one covering LaMarcus Aldridge when they played last year. Again, didn't pay too close of attention to their regular season matches all the way through. I probably watched like 2 of the games. And the main matchup that I like to watch was mainly I thought Draymond was covering Kawhi. It seemed like it was either Clay or Clay or Draymond. Sometimes probably Harrison Barnes too. But anyway, Iggy, I guess, to some extent. Like I said, the Warriors on defense can kind of just go back and forth between who they choose to defend. They got a few guys that can kind of be chameleons on defense between players that are 6'5" and 6'8". Anyway, enough talking about that. Between Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge, it seems like the Spurs have a pretty unstoppable front court right now when they do play the Warriors. That's the one thing they got to take advantage of, man. If they can go between Kawhi Leonard, Pau Gasol, and LaMarcus Aldridge, and all 3 of those guys can play to the extent where the Warriors really, they can probably cover Kawhi and cut him off to some degree, but Kawhi is such a scrappy player and such I'd say a low-key player on the court that does such good things for his team that it's hard to shut him down completely. He is one of the best defensive players in the NBA, and that's where he's most valuable. Overall, though, I think both teams have the same problem. I still think the Warriors are the favorite. I mean, you just can't really ever count out the Spurs. Tim Duncan's gone, but they're moving forward now. They still have a pretty impressive starting 5 between Tony Parker, Danny Green, maybe, I guess, Ginobili sometimes, but he mainly comes off the bench. But yeah, and then Leonard, Aldridge, and Gasol in the front court. Like I said, both teams got depth problems. Both teams could run into problems if they get injured or if they get some injuries to some of their key players. That's just kind of the way it's going to go this season for the 2 top teams in the West. My answer to that question is yes. Like I said, if the Spurs are able to muster a good enough effort in the front court, they still stay healthy. Saying the Warriors stay healthy too, even. I don't think I don't think a combination of Zaza and Draymond can defend Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge. I really don't. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.